wonderful listeners. Welcome back to Energize Your Passion. I'm Sunshine, your host, here to sprinkle a little light and positivity into your day. Today, I'm so excited because we're talking about one of my all-time favorite topics, travel, of course, but not just any kind of travel. We're diving into how to see the world, no matter what your budget looks like. We all can attest to being on different spectrums when it comes to budgets and the type of travel we can do. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Sunshine, how can I travel when life feels so expensive? And it does. And I get it. Trust me, I get it. I've been there. And baby, I'm still there, to be honest. But before we even start unpacking travel hacks and money saving tips, we have to address something even more important: mindset. Yes, friends, the way we think about travel shapes how we experience it. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's talk about why mindset is everything when it comes to exploring this beautiful world. Segment 1: Mindset is everything. Start with a positive approach to travel. Let's start by flipping the narrative. For many people, travel feels like a luxury, a far off dream reserved for the wealthy or the lucky. But here's the thing: travel isn't just about expensive resorts or first class flights. It's about discovery, connection, experiences, and adventure. And those things, they don't have to cost a fortune. Travel begins in the mind. If you view it as unattainable, it becomes just that, a distant possibility you never act on. But when you approach it with an open heart and a little creativity, the possibilities expand. You start to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Jenna from Seattle transformed a canceled overseas trip into a staycation. She spent a week exploring parks, museums, and local eateries she had overlooked before. It was amazing to find beauty right in my backyard, she shared. Marcus from Atlanta planned a road trip with friends on a tight budget. We took turns driving, packed our own meals, and camped in free spots. It wasn't just affordable, it was unforgettable, he wrote. A positive mindset opens the door to adventure, whether you're traveling across the world or around your city. The joy of discovery is what makes it meaningful. Gratitude is a game changer. If you focus on what you do have, time, energy, curiosity, you'll realize you don't need to spend extravagantly to have amazing experiences. Imagine waking up in your own city and exploring it with fresh eyes. How often do we overlook the beauty around us because we're chasing something bigger or further away? Take Jenna from Seattle. For instance, when her international trip got canceled, she didn't let disappointment ruin her plans. Instead, she created a staycation, exploring local parks, museums, and hidden gems in her own neighborhood. It was amazing to find beauty right in my backyard, she shared. Jenna reminds us that adventure isn't about distance, it's about perspective. Another key to a positive travel mindset is flexibility. The truth is, the best experiences often come when we step outside our comfort zones and embrace spontaneity. Marcus from Atlanta is a perfect example. He and his friends wanted to travel, but didn't have the big budget. So they planned a road trip, taking turns driving and camping in free spots. We packed our meals, told stories around a campfire, and stargaze. It wasn't just affordable, it was unforgettable, he wrote. Stories like these highlight how being adaptable can lead to incredible memories. Maybe your dream destination is out of reach for now, but what if there's an equally amazing experience waiting closer to home? Something you can act upon right now. Let's address another mindset blocker: comparison. Yes, that's right. Social media can make it seem like everyone else is jet setting to tropical islands or luxury European getaways. But remember, those are curated moments, not the whole picture. Travel doesn't have to be picture perfect to be meaningful. Focus on what brings you joy. Maybe it's a weekend road trip, a day spent hiking a local trail, or even a solo picnic at a nearby beach. These moments are just as valid and fulfilling as any grand vacation. At its core, travel is about curiosity, about stepping into the unknown and being open to what you find. You don't need a plane ticket to spark that sense of wonder. Sometimes it's about walking a path you've never taken before, chatting with strangers at a cafe, or learning something new about your hometown's history. Here's a challenge for you. Think about one thing you've always wanted to explore nearby, but never made the time for it. Maybe it's a state park, a quirky roadside attraction, or a hole in the wall diner that locals rave about. Add it to your calendar and treat it like the adventure it truly is. Another important part of travel mindset is reframing challenges. Maybe you don't have the budget for a big vacation this year. Instead of seeing that as a limitation, think of it as an opportunity to get creative. Could you swap a luxury hotel for a cozy Airbnb, or even try camping for the first time? Could you plan a day trip instead of a week-long excursion? When you approach travel with a spirit of curiosity and adaptability, every experience feels like a win. And let's be honest, those stories of making the best out of less than ideal circumstances often turn into the best memories. I can attest to that. Jenna found a joy by exploring her own city during a canceled trip, proving that adventure doesn't have to involve a passport. Marcus embraced the beauty of a simple road trip with friends, highlighting how flexibility and creativity can make any trip unforgettable. So, my friends, here's the takeaway. A positive mindset opens the door to adventure. When you focus on positivities instead of limitations, the world suddenly feels more accessible. Travel doesn't have to be about faraway places or expensive itineraries. It's about the joy of discovery, the connection you make, and the memories you create along the way. Whether you're exploring your city or planning a bigger trip, approach it with gratitude, curiosity, and an open heart. That's where the magic happens. Stay with me, because in the next segment, we're diving into how to plan your trip like a pro on a budget. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Segment 2, planning like a pro, strategies to save before you go. Welcome back, travel lovers. I hope you're feeling inspired from our last segment, because now we're taking things up a notch. Let's talk about planning. Good planning doesn't just make a trip more affordable, it also takes the stress out of the journey so you can enjoy every moment. And the best part, we're going to make the process as exciting as the trip itself. So grab your notebook or favorite travel app And let's dive into strategies that will help you save money and make the most of every dollar before you even hit the road. Lila from Denver saved hundreds on a trip to Mexico by using a flight tracker app and being flexible with her dates. It felt like winning the travel lottery, she said. Tom from Chicago discovered house sitting. I stayed in London for free just by taking care of someone else's adorable cat. It felt like a win-win situation. Planning doesn't have to feel overwhelming. It's about creating a roadmap for adventure while keeping your wallet happy. Step 1. Defining your travel priorities. Before diving into details, it's important to know what matters most to you on this trip. Ask yourself a few questions. Are you more about experiences like food, culture, and sightseeing? Is relaxation your goal with spa days and serene beaches? Do you crave adventure like hiking, scuba diving, or exploring hidden trails? Understanding your priorities will help you allocate your budget effectively. For instance, if food is a highlight for you, it might make sense to save on accommodation so you can splurge on a few fancy meals or local culinary tours. On the other hand, if exploring is your focus, investing in transportation or guided tours might be worth it. Number 2, flexibility is key. Layla's story from Denver is the perfect example of why flexibility pays off. She saved hundreds on her trip to Mexico by being open to adjusting her travel dates. Using flight tracker apps like Hopper, Google Flights, or Skyscanner allowed her to find the best deals. One tip: when searching for flights, use the flexible dates option. Many tools also allow you to search for the cheapest month to travel to your desired destination. If your schedule allows, being open to midweek flights, usually cheaper than weekends, or red-eye flights can further reduce costs. Step 3. Researching hidden costs. Planning isn't just about finding the best deals. It's also about anticipating hidden expenses. These can include baggage fees. Check your airline's policy to avoid surprise charges. Resorts or city taxes. Many hotels and destinations add these to your bill. Transportation costs. Look up public transit options or ride sharing services in advance. A little research up front can help you build a realistic budget and avoid stress during your trip. Step 4. Reward programs and loyalty perks. I love them. If you're not already using a travel rewards credit card, now might be the time to consider it. Many cards offer points or miles for everyday purchases that can be redeemed for flights, hotels, or rental cars. Even if you don't have a rewards card, sign up for loyalty programs with airlines, hotel chains, or travel platforms. These programs are free and often provide perks like free Wi-Fi, late checkouts, or room upgrades. Over time, your points can add up to significant savings. Step 5. Being open to alternative accommodation. Tom from Chicago shared a brilliant tip about house sitting, where he stayed in London for free just by taking care of someone's cat. If you're an animal lover or don't mind a bit of responsibility, platforms like Trusted House Sitters, House Carers, or Nomador can help you find similar opportunities. For those not into house setting, consider other creative options. Home exchanges. Websites like Home Exchange connect you with people willing to swap homes for a week or two. Camping, national parks, forests, and even some private properties offer affordable or free camping options. Hostels. Modern hostels often offer private rooms alongside dorm-style accommodation, providing budget options without sacrificing comfort. Step 6. The art of saving before you travel. Planning like a pro doesn't just happen. When you book your trip, it starts months in advance. Here are some easy ways to save. Cut back on non-essential expenses. Skip the daily coffee shop run and put the money into your travel fund instead. Sell unused items. Have clothes, electronics, or furniture you no longer use? Sell them online and stash the profit for your trip. Use cashback apps. Apps like Rakuten or Honey can help you earn cashback on everyday purchases, which you can then use for travel expenses. Step 7. Building an itinerary without overspending. An itinerary doesn't have to mean a rigid schedule. It's simply a way to ensure you get the most out of your trip without blowing your budget. Start by researching free or low-cost activities. Many museums, parks, and attractions offer discounts or free admission on certain days. Look into city passes. I love city passes, personally, which bundle multiple attractions into one discounted ticket. If you're traveling in a group, check if activities offer discounts for multiple people. Step 8. Using technology to your advantage. Technology can be your best friend when planning. Beyond flight trackers, there are apps for nearly every aspect of travel. Splitwise help you split costs with friends or family, ensuring everyone pays their fair share. Rome to Rio compares transportation options for any route from flights to buses. Pack Point creates a packing list tailored to your destination and planned activities. Being tech savvy doesn't just save money, it also saves time, which is just as valuable. Step 9. Packing strategically. Packing light can save you money on baggage fees, especially with budget airlines. It also makes getting around easier and more comfortable. Invest in versatile clothing that can mix and match, and consider packing laundry detergent sheets so you can wash clothes on the go. If you're bringing gifts or souvenirs home, leave extra space in your bag or pack a foldable duffel for the trip back. Step 10. Leaving room for spontaneity. While planning is essential, it's equally important to leave room for unplanned adventures. Some of the best travel memories happen when you stumble upon a hidden cafe, an unlisted hiking trail, or a lively street performance. Plan enough to have structure, but stay flexible enough to say yes to the unexpected. Lila from Denver saved hundreds on her Mexico trip by tracking flight prices and staying flexible with her travel dates. Tom from Chicago took advantage of house setting, staying in London for free while caring for a cat. Planning doesn't have to feel overwhelming or restrictive. It's about creating a roadmap for adventure while keeping your wallet happy. With a little creativity, flexibility, and the right tools, you can turn even the tightest budget into an unforgettable journey. Stay tuned, because in the next segment, we'll talk about how to make the most of your destination without spending a fortune. You won't want to miss this. Segment 3. Adventure awaits. finding free or affordable fun. All right, dreamers. You've set your budget, planned your trip, and now you've arrived at your destination. What's next? Find an adventure without spending a fortune. Trust me, some of the best experiences don't cost a dime. David from Portland joined a free salsa class in Colombia. I was nervous at first, but the experience turned out to be the best highlight of my trip, he shared. Eva from Miami explored Paris with a Metro pass. She visited famous landmarks, enjoyed a picnic by the sea, and even discovered hidden neighborhoods. It felt like I was living a dream, she said. Adventure is everywhere. You just need to look. From free walking tours to local festivals, there's no shortage of ways to make memories without breaking the bank. All right, dreamers, you've set your budget, planned your trip, and now you've arrived at your destination. What's next? Find an adventure without spending a fortune. And let me tell you, this is where the magic happens. Some of the best travel experiences are either free or incredibly affordable. Trust me, it's not about how much you spend, it's about how much you savor every moment. So let's dive into how you can create unforgettable memories without your wallet taking a hit. Step 1. Discovering free activities and attractions. Every destination has hidden gems that doesn't cost a thing, from natural wonders to cultural events. There's so much you can do for free if you know where to look. Explore nature. Parks, beaches, mountains, and hiking trails are often free to visit and provide breathtaking scenery. For instance, if you're in a big city, seek out urban oases like Central Park in New York or Griffith Park in Los Angeles. Attend festivals or events. Many cities host free events like street fairs, art shows, and live music performances. Local tourism's websites or community boards are great places to find out what's happening during your visit. Take advantage of free days. Museums, galleries, and historical sites often have free admission days or times. For example, the Louvre in Paris is free on the first Sunday of the month during the off-season. Step 2. Free walking tours. One of the most enriching ways to experience a new place is by joining a free walking tour. These tours, often led by local guides, provide unique insights into a city's history, culture, and hidden treasuries. The best part, while these tours are labeled free, tipping the guide is appreciated, but not mandatory. You decide the value of the experience. Platforms like Guru Walk or freetour.com can connect you with options in almost any major city. Step 3. Embrace local culture and communities. David from Portland shared a perfect example of how immersing yourself in local culture can lead to unforgettable experiences. While in Colombia, he joined a free salsa class. I was nervous at first, but the experience turned out to be the highlight of my trip, he said. Think about ways to participate in local life. Look at community dance classes, language exchanges, or cooking workshops. Visit local markets where you can sample food, watch street performers, and shop for unique souvenirs, all without spending much. Check out cultural centers or libraries, which often host free events like lectures, movie nights, or workshops. Step 4. Make use of public transportation. Getting around doesn't have to be expensive. Public transportation is not only cost effective, but also gives you a chance to experience a city like a local. Eva from Miami used a Metro Pass to explore Paris, visiting famous landmarks and hidden neighborhoods and enjoying a picnic by the Seine. It felt like I was living a dream, she said. Pro tip: many cities offer unlimited day or week passes for buses, subways, or trams. These can save you money and make it easier to hop from one attraction to the next. Step 5. Picnics and outdoor dining. Dining out with every meal can be pricey, but that doesn't mean you have to miss out on amazing food experiences. Why not turn meals into an adventure? Visit a local market or grocery store, pick up fresh ingredients, and enjoy a picnic in a scenic spot. Look for food trucks or street vendors where you can sample authentic dishes for a fraction of the cost of a sit down restaurant. If you're staying somewhere with a kitchen, cooking a local dish can be fun and a budget friendly activity. Step 6. Use technology to find hidden gems. Your smartphone can be your best travel buddy when searching for affordable activities. Apps like Meetup can help you connect with locals or other travelers for group activities, from yoga classes to photography walks. Platforms like Atlas Obscura can point you to quirky, off the beaten path attractions you might not find in a guidebook. And of course, don't underestimate social media. Hashtags like pound free events or pound budget travel can uncover unique opportunity wherever you are. Step 7. Volunteer or give back. Volunteering is a meaningful way to explore a destination while giving back to the community. Organizations often provide free meals or accommodation in exchange for your time, whether it's helping at a farm through WWOOF, teaching English, or participating in a community cleanup. These experiences can be deeply rewarding. Step 8. Exploring hidden neighborhoods and local secrets. Every city has neighborhoods that are less touristy but equally captivating. Take a walk and let yourself get a little lost. You might stumble upon charming cafes, unique street art, or friendly locals eager to share their stories. Pro tip: if you're staying in a hotel or hostel, ask the staff for recommendations. Locals often know the best spots that are not in the guidebooks. Step 9. Early morning and late nights. Some of the most magical travel moments happen during off-peak hours. Wake up early to catch the sunrise at a famous landmark before the crowds arrive, or take a nighttime stroll to see the city lights. Many attractions like fountains, bridges, or skyline views are even more stunning after dark, and they're free to enjoy. Step 10. Capture the memories. Finally, don't forget to document your adventures. Take pictures, keep a travel journal, or create a scrapbook of your experiences. These moments won't just remind you of the fun you had. They'll inspire future trips and remind you that adventure doesn't have to come with a hefty price tag. David from Portugal joined a free salsa class in Colombia, stepping out of his comfort zone and discovering a highlight of his trip. Eva from Miami explored Paris with the Metro Pass, experiencing both iconic landmarks and the quiet charm of hidden neighborhoods. Adventure is everywhere. You just need to look for it. From free walking tours and community classes to local festives and scenic picnics, there's no shortage of ways to create lasting memories without breaking the bank. Next up, we're going to talk about how to keep the positive vibes going once your trip is over, because every great journey deserves a meaningful ending. Stay tuned. Segment 4: Smart Saving Hacks. Make every dollar count. Welcome back, travelers. You've planned your trip, embraced the adventure, and now it's time to fine tune your budgeting skills. Let's dive into those little tips and tricks that can make your travel dollars go further. Saving money doesn't mean giving up on fun. It means being clever about how and where you spend. Whether you're a seasoned traveler or planning your first getaway, these hacks will help you make the most every moment without breaking the bank. Nina from Austin used free museum days to explore iconic spots in New York City. It was like a cultural deep dive without spending a dime, she said. Sam from Los Angeles started collecting postcards and souvenirs. They're inexpensive, personal, and remind me of every place I've been, he shared. Now that's a great idea for something for me to start. Being mindful with your spending opens up more opportunities for adventure. These small hacks can make a huge difference in the quality of your travels. Accommodations often takes the biggest chunk out of your travel budget, but it doesn't have to. Beyond traditional hotels, there are many budget-friendly options. Hostels. Don't dismiss hostels as just for backpackers. Many now offer private rooms at a fraction of hotel prices and often have great communal space where you can meet other travelers. Home rentals. Platforms like Airbnb or Vrbo allow you to rent rooms, apartments, or houses, perfect for groups or larger stays. House sitting or pet sitting. Sam from Los Angeles mentioned how house sitting saved him money and allowed him to experience destination more authentically. Sites like Trusted House Sitters connect travelers with homeowners in need of a sitter. Overnight transportation. For budget-conscious travelers, overnight trains or buses serve as dual purpose, getting you to your next destination and covering a night of accommodation. Hack number 2: master the art of packing. Packing strategically can save you from unexpected expenses. Here's how. Pack light. Airlines are increasingly strict with luggage allowances. Packing light means fewer fees for checked bags or more flexibility when traveling. Bring reusables. Items like a water bottle, reusable utensils, or a shopping bag can help you save on water, food packing, and plastic bag fees. That's a great idea because when I went to Canada, I did not know you have to pay for every bag. You go to a store and a bag is not something that you just get. You have to pay for it. Prepare for the weather. Research the climate of your destination and pack accordingly to avoid buying overpriced rain gear or winter clothing on arrival. Hack number 3: food on a budget. Dining out can add up quickly, but food is also one of the best ways to experience local culture. Strike a balance with these strategies. Shop at local markets. Markets are a treasure trove of affordable, fresh, and local ingredients. Create your own meals or snacks on delicious treats while exploring. Street food. Some of the most authentic and tasty meals can be found from street vendors. Just make sure to pick stalls with high turnovers to ensure freshness. Cook your own meals. If you're staying in a place with a kitchen, try cooking a few meals yourself. It's cheaper and can be a fun way to experiment with local ingredients. Hack number 4. Timing is everything. Sometimes it's not about where you go, but when. Travel off peak, shoulder season, the time between peak and low seasons. Often offer better deals on flights, accommodation, and attractions. Plus, you'll avoid the crowds. Be flexible. If you're not tied to specific dates, use tools like Google Flights or Hopper to find the cheapest days to travel. Book in advance or last minute. Some activities like tours or popular attractions are cheaper when booked early. Conversely, last minute deals on unsold hotel rooms or flights can offer significant savings. Hack number 5. Embrace minimalist souvenirs. Souvenirs are a wonderful way to remember your travels, but they don't have to cost a fortune. Postcards. Sam from Los Angeles shared how he collects postcards from each destination. They're inexpensive, lightweight, and serve as personal mementos. Photos and journals. Your own memories are the best souvenirs. Keep a travel journal or invest time in taking meaningful photos instead of purchasing pricey keepsakes. Buy practical items. Look for items you can use regularly, like a scarf, a tote bag, a piece of cookware that reminds you of your trip and serves a purpose. Hack number 6. Utilize free resources. Travel apps and websites can be your best friend when trying to save money. Free apps. Use apps like Maps.me for offline navigation or Roam to Rio for finding the cheapest transport options. Tourism boards. Many cities provide free maps, guides, and even discount booklets at tourism offices. These can point you to free attractions or budget-friendly activities. Local libraries or community centers. Some offer free Wi-Fi, events, or exhibits, perfect for budget-conscious travelers looking to relax or learn. Hack 7. Transportation tips. Getting from point A to point B can quickly eat into your budget if you're not careful. Public transportation, as mentioned in earlier segments, passes for buses, trains, or trams are usually more economical than taxis or ride shares. Walking or biking. Exploring on foot or renting a bike not only saves money, but also lets you experience a destination more intimately. Car sharing. If you need a car, consider ride sharing services like Black Car, BlaBlaCar, or splitting rental costs with other travelers. Hack 8. Stay connected cheaply. Staying connected abroad doesn't have to involve expensive roaming fees. Local SIM cards. Purchasing a local SIM card with data is often cheaper than international plans. Free Wi-Fi. Take advantage of free Wi-Fi at cafes, libraries, or public spaces to stay connected without spending a dime. Offline apps. Download maps, translation tools, and travel guides to access them offline without using data. Nina from Austin made the most of her New York City trip by taking advantage of free museum days. It was a culture deep dive without spending a dime, she said. She reminds us to research free options before heading out. Sam from Los Angeles started collecting postcards instead of pricier souvenirs. They're inexpensive, personal, and remind us of every place we've been. He shared. Hack 9. leverage rewards and discounts. Travel rewards and loyalty programs can save you significant money. Credit card points. Use travel rewards credit cards to earn points that can be redeemed for flights, hotels, or car rentals. Students, teacher, or senior discounts. Many attractions and services offer discounts if you qualify. Group rates. Traveling with a group. Many activities and accommodations offer discounts for group bookings. Hack 10. Think long term. Budgeting for travel doesn't end when your trip does. Adopt long term habits to keep your wanderlust sustainable. Set up a travel fund. Automate savings for your next adventure. Even small contributions add up over time. Travel insurance. Protect your trip with insurance to avoid unexpected costs from cancellation, accident, or health issues. Being mindful with your spending opens up more opportunities for adventure. Every small hack, from finding free resources to choosing affordable souvenirs, add up to big savings. Up next, we'll wrap up the episode with a recap of everything we've talked about today and a few final thoughts to send you on your way. Stay tuned. Segment 5, Recap and Call to Action. Before we wrap up, let's revisit everything we've talked about today with some fresh insight and additional reflection to energize your passion for travel. Segment 1, Mindset Matters. A positive mindset isn't just about optimism, it's about creativity and curiosity. Travel doesn't have to mean booking a plane ticket. It could be as simple as exploring a new neighborhood in your city. The key takeaway: approach every journey, big or small, with an open heart and a sense of wonder. Segment 2, Planning with Purpose. Remember, planning isn't about stripping the joy out of spontaneity. It's about paving the way for stress-free adventures. The effort you put into finding deals and or crafting a flexible itinerary pays off in the form of memorable, guilt-free experiences. Plus, every plan you make is a step closer to your dream becoming reality. Segment 3, Affordable Adventures. We prove that you don't need a big wallet to curate unforgettable memories. From free classes and walking tours to picnics and hidden gems, the world is full of opportunities that cost little but feel priceless. Keep looking for moments of connection and discovery. They're often the best part of travel. Segment 4, Smart Saving Hacks. By incorporating small but impactful saving strategies like using travel apps, packing mindfully, or embracing off-peak travel, you can maximize your budget. These hacks aren't just for one trip. They're tools you can use for every adventure moving forward. Thank you so much for joining me today on Energize Your Passion. Whether you're gearing up for a dream vacation or planning a weekend escape, I hope this episode has shown you that travel is possible for everyone. The joy of exploring new places or seeing familiar ones with fresh eyes is an adventure worth pursuing. If you enjoyed this episode, please do me a favor. Rate us 5-star wherever you listen to podcasts. Your ratings and reviews mean the world to me. They help us grow and reach more amazing people like you. And don't keep the magic of travel to yourself. Share this episode with your friends, family, and anyone who could use a little inspiration to pack their bags. Let's spread positivity and the passion for discovery far and wide. Finally, I want to hear from you. Yes, you. Do you have a budget-friendly travel tip or an incredible story about your adventures? Reach out to me on social media or send an email. Who knows? You might hear your story featured in an upcoming episode. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep exploring, and keep living your passion. I'm Sunshine, and this has been Energize Your Passion. Remember, the world is full of possibilities, and every journey begins with a single step. See you soon. This is Sunshine, signing off.